So I want to show you how we made combined cotton for a client. So first you bring the two cottons you like to combine together. So in this work we combine beige and blue. So you can see it there. So you first join the fabrics together. You would have known the adage that you join together to get the width and the length of the window. So you can see it's a blue and beige. So we are combining it first. So we've done combining. So this is us attaching the eyes length tape on the head of the cotton that will be pleating. So in this we made 3 pleating design. So that white thing is called eyes length tape. So that's what makes the head of the cotton to be strong. So you can see we are pleating the head of the cotton now. We actually made 3 pleating for this particular cotton. So you see we've already joined it. So they are now one cotton. So just like from my other videos you've been watching, you measure your 7 inches, then you fold it, then you sew it down. I have a lot of videos on this already. You measure 2.5 inches and sew it down. You can see the 3 pleating signs is already showing. You measure 2.5 inches, then you sew it down. So you can see we've pleated part of the blue and part of the beige color. The outcome is very beautiful. I actually love it. So this video will show you how we made and how we also installed the curtain. So now we are at the site. So this is a track. What I'm holding is called the end cap. So you tighten the end cap so that these runners will not be falling out. These white things are called runners. So you tighten the end cap very well. So you feed in the runners. So these are the runners. So you would have known the number of hook that will be on the track. That will give you the number of runners that you feed in. So you know the number of the hook by counting the pleats of the curtains. So this I think I use 54. So I feed in the runner, so I have to close the other end of the track also with the end cap. So I have to tighten it so that the runners won't run out when curtains are being moved around. So this track is for the inner curtain. Some people call it day blind, some people call it veil, some call it inner curtain. So that's the white stuff. So these are the runners for it. So I've tightened the end cap already. So now I'll feed in the runners just like I did for the main curtain. So the number of hook you put on the day blind will also let you know the number of runners you feed in here. So I'm closing the end cap now. I have to lock it so that the runners will not be running out. I have to tighten it back. Now these are the hooks for the day blind, that's the inner curtain. So watch the way I'll fix it. So I just fixed it, then you bend it down. So you've put in one, so from that one now you count 1 to 6, then you put another one. So it's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you put another one. So you do it like that to the end. So you can see the spacings are equal. I counted 6, 6, 6, 6. So but there is one more thing, you need to compact it. So the next process is so now there are 3 ropes at the end. You just drag out the 3 ropes, then you start compacting it so that you get the width that you wanted, and so that it won't just lose scanty when installed. It will be gathered a little when installed. So when you draw the rope, you compact it, then you cut out some part of the rope, then you tie it and try to put it inside the day blind itself. So that's for one end. So you do it for the other end also. You bring out these 3 ropes, then you start compacting. So you compact it to get the width that you're looking for. So you can see it's compacted already. So now we've put the brackets for the track. You can see all those things up there, those 3 things, they are called brackets. So the 2 of my staffs are working at the same time. Now you can see this is one bracket, this is second bracket, this is a third one. You have to drill, then you tight it. So just like what he's doing, he just drilled the hole now. So the width of the window will determine the number of brackets you will use so that you can hold it very well. So now we've tightened all the bracket. Now we're tightening the track. These horizontal things are called track. So you tighten the track. There is a metallic stuff that you need to tighten that will hold the track. So that's what we are tightening here. So you can see that metallic object. So that's what you will tighten to hold the track. So I think there's a video where it showed very well. So this is a video where it showed very well. You can see. So that's what holds the track. You tighten it very well. That's what will hold the track. So you do it for the 2 track. And you do it for all the brackets you have there. So you can see the second one for that second track. So you also tighten it. So now we are installing the day blind or inner curtain, anyone you choose to call it. So the process is just the hook you put on the inner curtain, you now hook it to the runners. You can see how he's doing it. You just put it to the runners. So because the window is too wide, we divided the day blind into 2. So we just installed one panel. So we're installing the second panel so that if the client wants to move out, he can open it from the center and go out. So you can see, just hook the runners to the hook that you put there. I don't know if the grammar is correct, but I believe everybody should understand. There is a runner and there is a hook. So now we want to start putting hook in the curtain. So that the height will be even, we have to use tape. So you can see we are marking 2 inches. So you now, from that 2 inches is when you hook the curtain. So you can see the way he put it. So you do it to the end of the curtain. So now it's time to install the main curtain itself. So just the same thing, the hook on the curtain, you just hook it to the runners on the track. So you can see, you just hook it to the runners on the track. In situations like this, if you install it and maybe the curtain is rubbing on the floor, you need to bring it down, then change. Maybe if you have used 2 inches before, you use 3 inches, or if it's shorter, you use 3 inches, you use 2 inches before, you now use 1 inch so that it can come down. So you continue hooking the hook to the runners. So you can see we installed one panel, so we are checking the height if it's okay. So the height is okay, so the other person is installing the other curtain also. So now we are installing the other panel, the second panel. We call each of them panels. It's just the same process. You hook it. So you can see this clearly. You just hook it to the runners. It's not easy. It's not an easy process because the cotton is very heavy, very heavy, very thick. That's why we made use of strong track. So we are done installing. So this is the final outcome of that particular window that we are installing. So but you see a video of some other windows we've installed also. So this is what we know how to do best. This is beautiful, all done by Ninja Interior. So this is the staircase, we installed it. So this is the master's bedroom. You can see we've installed and packed. So but curtain is still coming there. This is just the day blind showing. Thank you for watching. Ninja Interiors always give you the best.